This fucking character, my character is so trash. All this damage is because I can't fucking land a down forward 1 to save my fucking life. My god, the fucking heat burst. Oh my god. That is messed up. The counterplay is interrupt. Works for any controller, really. My god. This guy is fucking terrible. This is not his game. He's got nothing that can compete against the constant badgering plus frames of this fucking shit show. You can't do anything. You can't move, you can't press. Anything I fucking try to do when it comes to combos is just, it doesn't exist. My down forward 1 doesn't fucking work. I'll do a tailspin, run right up to a down forward 1. Nothing. Pure whiff. No reason at all, just the fact that they don't know how to balance this fucking game. Tailspin into down forward 1 should be guaranteed, because it's a fucking tailspin. Why would you give a character a tailspin and make it so fucking useless? I have to resort to Season 1 combos to be any semblance of consistent, but then I'm sacrificing so much damage. Meanwhile, all the other characters get to have as much damage as they fucking want with all their bullshit fucking tailspins. This game is still 100% anti-Kazuya. There's not a whole lot you can do with this character right now. He's very, very shit for Season 2. He's strong. He's the strongest he's ever been in Tekken history, but he's still so fucked. He's so garbage when it comes to this season specifically because of all the shit that they have going on with the plus frames and the lack of movement options and like, you can't sidestep anything still. Like, they have not fixed the things that people are clamoring for the most right now. I get it. They're doing one fix at a time, bits by bit by bit, and I understand what they're going for. But the thing is, the number one complaint that the community has had since Season 2 came out was the lack of movement, the plus frames, the homing attacks that are plus frames, the homing attacks that lead into fucking stance mix-ups that you then have to guess more than once in a row. That type of shit is unacceptable. And that's the first thing that should have been addressed. And they haven't addressed it in 2 updates. 1 emergency patch, and now this update. They fixed heat burst, they fixed heat engagers. You know, things are a little more doable with those mechanics. They've toned down damage, they've increased health, which I actually fucking hate that they've increased the health to 200. Every goddamn time I'm about to win a match, they have like a pixel left. And that's the worst case scenario for Kazuya because he has no pokes, no real neutral game. Every time I want to get into my opponent, I have to do it in a very unsafe way. So, like, even Lee, better fix Lee, man. Well, listen, at least Lee has some pokes. He's got counter hit utility. He's got ways to get in on the opponent in a safe way that can ensure that he's probably going to be okay even if the move gets blocked. Kazuya doesn't really have that, because I've got nothing that leaves me at -1 on block, right? Lee's down forward 1 does that. Down forward 1 into some fucking shit. Down forward 1 check. Down forward 1, down 3. You know, like, Lee has options that he can do with quick pokes. He's got a jab that's actually somewhat viable. It doesn't have as much range as Kazuya's, but at least it's got a vertical hitbox and a horizontal hitbox. Right? So Lee might be trash tier this season, but I really still think he's doing better than Kazuya for now, because at least the meta is more shifted in his direction. He's got safe launchers, like down forward 2 might not crush anything anymore, but it's still a safe mid 15 frame launcher that you can throw it anytime you want at no risk at all because it's only -7, which is actually good for Lee because he likes being minus to then apply his counter hit mix-ups. So down forward 2 is still a great fucking move with Lee. It's safe on block and launches. It is no risk to Lee at all. 1+2 might be 21 frames, but hey, thanks for the follow. Might be 21 frames to impact, but it's still a very viable mid. It's a counter hit launcher, homing mid, that's +2 on block, and puts him into fucking Hitman stance, where that's a very dangerous stance. You've got so many options out of there. When you're plus and you go into Hitman, the opponent has to guess. I think Lee is not the strongest character in the game, far from it. He might be the weakest character in the game right now. But he's got better utility for Season 2 than Kazuya does. It's not his meta. It's Lee's meta, sort of. It's more Heihachi's meta. It's definitely fucking Lars, King, Leroy, Steve, Anna, Lydia, Asuka, June, fucking Jin. It's their meta right now. Even Dragunov is doing pretty fucking good because this is a constant bulldog plus frames in your face all day type of meta, and that's Dragunov's whole fucking game, so he's still doing okay. Hitman really ain't that scary? Sure it is. You got options to do everything. You get a counter hit launching low that high crushes everything. You've got a power crush that does huge damage and it's homing. You got fucking 10 frame or a 12 frame heat engager. If they press anything slower than a jab after they block your 1+2, that heat engager that Lee does, if you know they're gonna press, boom, automatic counter hit, fucking kills them. Heat engager. Lee's got fucking Hitman 2, which launches, and it evades a lot of highs. Most highs in the game it's going to evade. So the Hitman stance is incredibly good. Worst stance in the game is Hitman stance is far from the worst stance in the game, man. It's a great fucking stance. Great take on Lee, brother. I'm a Lee main. Godfist. Yeah, no worries, man. I just think that Lee players are not looking at the broad spectrum. Lee is playing. He's not the character that a lot of Lee players love him to be, but he's still playing a much more compact and suitable game for the environment that he's in currently. I don't think Lee, with the Season 1 counterpart, he might not be doing as well as the Lee that we have right now is. Like, Lee's got plus frame moves. He's got a fucking electric now, 4-4-2 just frame. I mean, come on. Lee's got some insane shit now. Lee has to work so hard he can't just go into Hitman and throw out something. No, of course not. You can't go into Hitman and throw something out, but I'm saying if you go into Hitman from 1+2 and they block it, you're in a great position. He has to predict what his opponent is going to do at all times. He's always at risk. All his lows are like -12 and up. Well, bro, every fucking low in the game is -12 or more. That's every low in the game. What are you talking about? -12? That's from like a basic low poke all the way up to launchable lows. They're all at least -12, save for like a handful of lows. But every single low in the game is at least -12. So again, I think you're just you're not looking at the full broad spectrum. Maybe you need to do a little more research on the game. But Lee is in a great position right now. He's far from high tier. He's far from top tier. He's weak as fuck right now. But I think he's in a much better position than Kazuya for sure right now with Season 2. My God. At least he's consistent. At least when you land a launcher, you know you're going to get the full combo damage that Lee can output. When you land an electric with Kazuya, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen next. You're just praying that you land everything as precise as fucking possible and that you're going to be 100% on your game. If you're not 100% on your game, he's going to whiff something, and then as soon as Kazuya whiffs something, he's dead. Because they always get his back, and you're fucked. So, no, Kazuya is far more inconsistent than Lee, and he has to work 10 times harder than Lee. So, Lee players saying that Lee is so fucking weak and is just in a shit show right now, try playing Kazuya, please. If you're bitching that hard about Lee, play Kazuya, see how you fucking feel then. You'll be thanking the fucking stars that you chose Lee as your main because you've got a safe 15-frame launcher at down forward 2. You've got an easy mode launcher with hopkick, that low crushes shit. You know, you've got fucking 4-4-3 Demon Paw and Heat as well still, right? You've got a low-hitting Heat Smash, similar shit that Kazuya has, right? So Kazuya and Lee suffer from a lot of the same weaknesses, except with the consistency factor. Lee doesn't have to worry about that. Kazuya does. No, Chef Laco, they don't need to buff Kazuya. They need to improve his quality of life changes with behavioral changes, not buffs to his move list. I'm talking about behavioral changes. down forward 1, jab, standing 3, and back 2 all require larger vertical and horizontal hitboxes. Not by much, just enough so that they can at least consistently hit. And his heat burst needs to be improved for the hitbox of it as well. It needs to hit lower to the ground, or it needs to hit further forward. Both of them would be nice, because he has the shittiest heat burst in the game by a fucking country mile. I mean, you saw today, how many times did I whip my fucking heat burst on players? I was combo, electric, back 2-2, down forward 1, down forward 2, bound, run up, sidestep 4-1, tailspin, run up, do the deep dash, do your precise input with the heat burst, whiff. Kazuya's fucked. The opponent gets up, it's their turn. Just crazy how bullshit that is. I don't have to worry about that with Heihachi or Deviljin or Reina or fucking Steve or Raven or Zafina or any of the characters I play. I only have to worry about that with Kazuya, and it's bullshit. Why is that the case? This entire patch was to lower damage. They should have been focusing on the important shit, which is hitbox adjustments for behavioral changes and fucking plus frame adjustments, so that not everything is just tracking you all the goddamn way. I mean, how many times did you see strings that just followed me as I was sidewalking? A fucking string would just follow my ass the whole way. And then I'd get hit by the last hit when I'm sidewalking and dodging like 3 of the hits in the string, and I get hit by the 4th fucking hit. It's absurd. What is this? Why are we playing a 3D game if that's the case, if you're just going to mitigate every single bit of movement in the fucking game? A lot of people saying you don't need execution with Kazuya anymore. I don't think that's true at all. Absolutely that's not true. That's a ridiculous thing to say. You don't need execution with Kazuya anymore? Yeah, it's probably coming from a bunch of players that have never played Kazuya. Those are the only people that would say that. You still need the electric. You still need to be able to fucking time your heat burst input perfectly if you want it to land after a tailspin. You still need to run up, sidestep 4-1 when you want to tailspin. That requires execution. You still have to wave dash pressure. You still have to wave dash pressure into while standing 2 to catch sidesteppers, because every movement is improved in this game, so everything dodges Kazuya's shit. But because Kazuya doesn't have a chance to dodge anybody else due to the fucking plus frame shit, so I can't move, but everyone else can. It's amazing how that works. I've got nothing to keep people in check except my homing moves. You require execution for Kazuya, but even then, you could have the top tier execution of the day and you still don't have the consistency factor, because off-axis moments in this game happen a lot, and because of off-axis moments happening, you then have to adjust on the fly, and sometimes you just can't. It just doesn't work. Right? So that problem is something that shouldn't really exist for Kazuya. Consistency issues like that shouldn't exist. They don't exist for any other character. I mean, fuck, I just lost to a bullshit Victor player that didn't know what the fuck he was doing, but he could do a full back turn combo as if he landed it from the front. That's how consistent that character is. It's impossible to drop a combo with Victor. It's impossible to fucking land a full combo with Kazuya. It's just night and fucking day. And all of it is because they don't have the proper hitboxes for the moves that he has. Down forward 1 needs an improvement with the hitbox. Still, they buffed it, or they improved the hitbox last season, but now it needs it again, because sidestep 1-4 is the move that everybody wants you to do. The devs want you to tailspin into follow-up. Okay, you want us to do that. So then give me the ability to do that. I've never had to work this hard in the history of my playing Tekken. I've been playing Tekken for 30 years, going on 31 years now. I was playing Tekken since Tekken 1 was brand new to arcades. They had just got a brand new arcade slot machine in the fucking ferry that I was taking over to the mainland, and it was Tekken 1, 1994. Brand spanking new machine. I played the shit out of that for the entire ferry ride to the mainland, where I live. I've been playing Tekken since day fucking 1. Basically, and this shit is the hardest Tekken has ever been, and it's for all the wrong reasons. Like, I'm so tempted to just say fuck it with Kazuya right now. I'm so tempted to just fucking screw it and go with Heihachi or Devil Jin. I think next time I play Tekken, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna actually try out Heihachi. Next Tekken stream, I'm gonna do Heihachi for ranked because it's just, I can't do this. I am so, my family hates the mood that I get in after I finish a ranked session after a stream playing this bullshit character. Entire cast, fight the opponent. Kazuya, fight myself and opponent. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. You're fighting the character and you're fighting your opponent. Not enough mana, play Heihachi till they fix this shit a bit. Yeah, I think I will because I cannot handle this shit and I really don't. But the problem is I know for a fact that I will get Heihachi to like Bushin or Tekken King or something. And then I'm going to be pissed because I don't want Heihachi to be my highest rank. I want Kazuya to be my highest rank. But I can't fucking get there with this shit. It's so inconsistent. I'm not a world-class Tekken Premier Pro player, right? So at my level, I'm like a high-level player, but I'm not a pro. And at my level, Kazuya is extremely difficult. It's the most difficult thing I've ever done in Tekken history, playing Kazuya in Season 2. My fucking god, it's impossible. How many goddamn times did I drop heat bursts that would have won me the round had it landed, but because he doesn't have a fucking good heat burst, I just drop shit. And then it's my opponent's turn. And there's nothing I can do. Often they'll get my back because they tech roll behind me and I've just dropped my heat burst because the game fucking sucks. Like, there's no consistency to this shit. Only, like, I was just doing Heihachi combos earlier in practice mode just to see if I still remember some of his shit because I haven't played Heihachi for months. On Thursday, it'll be my first time playing Heihachi on ranked in like 6 months. Probably 5 months at least. So it's going to be a while, right? So I'm going to be pretty rusty with Heihachi right off the bat. But it's amazing how good it felt to just have a heat burst that landed consistently after every single launch. I knew no matter what, I would land my heat burst, and I did every single time. No issues at all. Why can't Kazuya have that? What's so difficult about that? Where is the fucking balance here? That's another thing about this character that's nerfed. So they buff the health, which means I have to endure another mix-up with a very risky character. On top of that, they've nerfed Oki, so now half of Kazuya's game plan is just unusable because Okizemi's gone. Still hit Raijin though, that's ballin'. That shouldn't, I could probably do fucking Bushin with Heihachi right now. Heihachi's 100 times stronger than Kazuya. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's at least 100 times, maybe more. Heihachi has always been the better Kazuya. Yeah, I mean, he's been stronger than Kazuya since he joined Tekken 8. The problem is, like, it wouldn't be as bad. It would still suck ass, but it wouldn't be as bad if the same problem occurred for other characters. Even one other character in the game. If one other character in the game had the same problems that Kazuya did, I wouldn't be so upset. I wouldn't be as upset. But no one else in the game suffers from the shit that he currently does. It's mind-blowing what they fucking did. I really, really wish they would just do the thing that everyone's been clamoring for since the goddamn beginning. Plus frames, movement, stance mix-ups. Get rid of that shit. Allow us to play the fucking game. We shouldn't have to be guessing 4, 5, 6 times in a row. That's the thing they should have fixed with the emergency patch, but they addressed other stuff, like the bugs and everything that they fixed there. They fixed some moves, but not the ones that aren't necessarily an issue right now. Now they've toned down damage for certain characters, pretty much every character, and they've made it so sidestepping Heat Burst is more plausible. Great. But the thing that really is fucking with the player base and the lack of play online is because of the plus frames. Nothing should be plus fucking 10. Especially one button heat smashes. Nothing like that should be fucking plus 10 for free on block. You block the move and now you have to take another fucking mix-up. Are you kidding me? I shouldn't have to do that. So that's the type of shit that needs immediate addressing. But on top of that, please, for the love of fuck, Bamco, you do not understand how garbage Kazuya is right now. You need to address everything. Heat burst, down forward 1, back 2, standing 3, jab. Give those moves, with Kazuya, more of a vertical and horizontal hitbox. I don't want any buffs. I don't want any other characters to get buffs. I want everybody to be nerfed. I don't need Kazuya's identity to be fucked with any more than it already has been this season. Up forward 1 getting nerfed is fantastic because it didn't need to be another homing move that he just gets for free for no reason that goes against the kind of character he is. But my god, just improve the hitboxes of those moves I've asked for, and we'll be good. I'll have my consistency, every other Kazuya player will have their consistency, and we'll be having a good time. Season 2 won't be so bad once all the plus frames start to take a nosedive. But right now, the plus frames are at an all-time high, homing moves are at an all-time high, stance mix-ups are fucking abundant as hell, and there's no consistency for Kazuya. So, we're just fucked. We just don't get to play this game with our favorite character right now. I always thought it was funny how Mishimas were the ones who were the mix-up 50-50 characters. Now everyone is. Yeah, and they're better than the Mishimas because you don't... With Kazuya, he has to hit the opponent to get his 50-50 going. He has to not only hit them, but he has to knock them down and then engage the vortex. With everybody else, you get to fucking do a move, you're plus fucking 10 or some shit, and then you get to do a 50-50 from there. My fucking god. My god. So now the character that was the 50-50 god has the shittiest 50-50 in the game because he has no way to just keep them in check and 50-50 them in check. Nerfing Oki and Wall Oki was the most unnecessary change they did. I get that they wanted to buff defense, but only the scrubs would benefit from that. Yeah, it only benefits new players. That's it. And it removes all creativity when it comes to your ground game. You're not allowed to be creative anymore with that shit. They've just immediately said no to all that. Hold back. Oki's just good. Like, you'll fucking go to forward 4 somebody with a steel pedal, and they'll be on the fucking ground with their feet towards you, and they're holding back, so the moment your steel pedal gets thrown out, they just immediately stand up and block it. No Oki whatsoever. They go from a down position to a standing up blocking position in like 1 frame. Is there a clip of that? I haven't seen the Oki changes. Well, I'll just show you real quick. Like, look at that shit. That's what I'm talking about right there. Old Moscow tech. That's the shit right there. That's it. They're holding back, right? That just doesn't work anymore. Like, it's a joke, man. It's a fucking joke that they did this. This is ridiculous. So you've removed 100 fucking % of the creativity that this fucking game once had. No key charge setups either. Yeah, they have yet to revert those changes. This Oki change and the key charge change, those two things need to be reverted. Why did they do that? Why? What purpose does that serve? All that does is remove creative parts of the game that used to bring intrigue. Now they've just... What the fuck is this shit? So, like, the problem is they're doing these little mini updates, but they're taking their sweet-ass time bringing this shit out, and by the time June comes around, June 3rd, I guarantee all these little issues that we just discussed now are still gonna be problems. They're not gonna fix them in 3 weeks. Those two changes, the key charge, the fucking Oki change, Kazuya's consistency with his hitboxes, the plus frame attacks, the fucking constant homing moves, the fucking stance transitions, all these fucking factors that they brought into Season 2 need immediate changing. They need, like, another emergency patch tomorrow. I always feel like when you guys are hanging out, I'm always so fucking negative, and then I just feel like I'm in a shit mood for my family after this. And I just feel shitty about this. Like, it's just so sad to me that my favorite game, the only game that I really want to play, when I get up in the morning, I look forward to playing a game at some point, and I think, you know, I'm stoked for my stream, I'm stoked to see the chat and the community and all this stuff, and I can't wait to play some Tekken, and then I play a couple of ranked matches, and I realize, and I remember exactly why I leave my stream every fucking time I stream Tekken, in a bad mood. I remember exactly why. It takes a couple of fucking matches and boom, I'm already pissed. Like, it's just... I wish it wasn't like this. It doesn't need to be like this. Like, it's affecting my family life. The fucking stepkids are like, you know, worried when I come out of the room because I was yelling the whole fucking time. The wife is being all, you know, amazing and sweet and trying to, you know, support my dream of all this stuff of being a voice actor and a Tekken streamer and all this shit. And she's so wonderful with that. And I just feel like Tekken is making it so it's affecting my mood, and that's fucking impacting my family life. And like, what is this trash, dude? I'm this fucking game is my biggest problem right now. And that's great. I'm stoked about that. I love that that's my problem right now. It's first world problems. Like, if there was ever some time to say first world problems, it's to that statement right now. Tekken is my biggest issue in life. But it's not just that. It's a game that's my biggest issue in life. Tekken is it's the thing that got me into video games, man. Tekken is my shit. Tekken is like I was always wanting to be a Tekken YouTuber, but I never really garnered much success making Tekken 7 content, so I put that on the back burner, and then I just streamed other stuff. And Tekken 8 coming out has really helped out my YouTube channel so fucking much. It's done so many wonders for building my platform and my community, and I fucking love it. It's just such a goddamn shame that that had to happen, and then the game had to become this. We have to give that those critiques, right? We have to be critical about this piece of shit. Otherwise, they're never gonna fix it, and then Tekken really is gonna die. I don't want Tekken to die. That's my fucking nightmare. I don't, like, this is my favorite fucking franchise of all time, and it's not even fucking close. I love this franchise. This is my fucking wake up in the morning, bread and butter, coffee in the morning shit. This is my shit. If this franchise dies, it's like a part of me is gonna die. I don't want this to fucking die. But that's the direction it's going, and it's so depressing. I mean, the update is pushing the game in a positive direction. I'm gonna be honest. It's a good change. Everything they did are good changes. They're just not the correct changes at this immediate time, is what I'm saying. They did good work with this update. It's just that they are addressing things that should be addressed on, like, update number 6. But it's update number 2. If emergency patch was update number 1, this is update number 2. June is update number 3. The stuff that they implemented in this current patch is stuff like 4 or 5 updates from now. That's how important that stuff is that they fixed. It's important, but it's not emergency level important. The emergency shit that needs to be fixed yesterday is like, we have no end in sight for that stuff. We don't fucking know when that's gonna be fixed. The plus frames, the homing moves, the constant fucking stance transitions, the fact that everything tracks way more than it should, realigning strings. Like, there's no reason Lars's 1-1-1 should realign on the second hit if you sidestep the first hit. How come Dragunov's back 4-3 whiffs entirely when you sidestep the back 4, but Lars's 1-1-1 realigns on the second hit when you sidestep the 1? That doesn't make any sense. The string should just carry on in a linear direction. Realigning strings makes it so we don't need fucking homing moves in the game. Why do you make that an archetype of a move if you just have strings that realign all the goddamn time? Just use those. Fuck your homing moves. Oftentimes, homing moves are pretty risky. So why do you want to bother putting yourself at risk when you just do a fucking, like, -10, -11 attack that's a really fucking great string homing fucking move? I 100% don't blame anybody for quitting right now, because they fixed a lot of stuff that needed fixing, but it just was not the correct order. They are fixing the things that don't need immediate addressing. They do need addressing, but not right now. You know, I'm okay with Heihachi having a 30 damage forward 2 in Warrior Instinct. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Go ahead. but now they've nerfed it to 22 damage. Fine, cool, no issues with that. But why did you do that in this patch? Why not focus on the damage nerfs down the fucking road after the real problems are fixed? They just don't know where they're going with this shit, and it's like, I want to say nice things, and I want to be positive, and I want to be encouraging to the devs and say, hey, you get it, you did a good job this time. I don't want to always be so negative after every fucking patch comes out, because they are trying to recorrect the course of the ship that has been out of whack for weeks now. But that course correction is just, it's taking them way too fucking long, and they're not focusing on the right damn thing. At the very least, playing Kazuya this season is just not worth it. It's brutal. Might try out another character, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing Heihachi on Thursday. I'm picking Heihachi. I can't handle this shit anymore with Kazuya. I just can't do it. Like, I'm playing so much better than 99% of my opponents, and I cannot fucking win a proper set. Punishing fucking everything, stepping correctly most of the time, breaking throws, like moving correctly. Backdashes are good, electric whip punishers are good, and I still get fucked up because the characters are just so fucking effective against Kazuya right now. Oh god, I didn't even talk about combos. Yeah, my fucking god, every single combo in the game is wall to wall. Like, every combo is just, you get launched from one side of the wall, and you get carried all the way to the other side of the wall, which means when initially they had their back to the wall, maybe you did something wrong, and they've launched you for it, and now they're carrying you to the wall, and now you are the one in the shitty position, because your back's to the wall. Because every combo carries that far now. Fucking Clive and Lars can reach... From the middle of the stage, they can reach the Colosseum wall, for fuck's sakes. That stage is huge, and he can carry all the way to the wall on that fucking stage. It's just crazy, man. Guard breaks are all over the fucking place that should not exist, like Claudio's fucking new guard break move they gave him. My god, dude. The combos last for fucking ever. I mean, look at that video that was made not too long ago about Tekken 7 combos versus Tekken 6 combos versus Tekken 8 combos. Tekken 6 combos. You can fit 4 Tekken 6 combos with 4 different characters in the span of time it takes Lydia to do one Tekken 8 combo. Insane, dude. Insane. They do not need to be this fucking long. You know what would be great? What would be fantastic right now is if they just made it so Heat Burst no longer bounds in the middle of a combo. Perfect. Problem fucking solved. It's no longer a bound mechanic, so the combos are not extended, and you actually have to be smart with your combo placement. Heat Burst spiking instead of bound, that would work for me. Fine, because then you get Oki, but then they would need to bring back Oki, right? They completely fucked Oki now. So if Heat Burst spiked, then all they need to do is just hold back, and you don't get any Oki for that. So if Heat Burst is removed from bounding and just fucking goes into a spike after that, then they would that Oki change that they just did on Season 2 needs to be reverted. And then you got Jin, who does like 3 tailspins in a fucking combo with no issue. Easy as fuck. Down forward 1-4. Fucking Zen 2. Bound with the fucking Heat Burst that reaches 20 miles away. Jin is eating so good right now. Jin players have no idea how good you guys got it. Can't wait for what the Kaz haters will say next. I'll be using Kaz. Here's the thing, man. Anybody, and I mean this with every ounce of my being and in utmost sincerity right now, everybody this season with this current patch who is saying that Kazuya is broken or a really good character or top tier or any of that stuff, you don't know a goddamn thing about this fucking game. You have no idea what you're talking about. Anybody who says anything remotely like that has no fucking clue what they're talking about. Jin players are still mad because down 2 got nerfed and Kazuya's down 1+2 hasn't been nerfed. Well, fuck those Jin players. Idiots. Jin and Kazuya are not the same character. I can't do 3 tailspins in a fucking combo. I can't poke in the neutral and keep you in check with that. I don't have a heat burst that hits below the fucking floor. Give me that shit, and then I could understand why you'd be pissed off about your down 2 being nerfed. But until then, fuck you and your complaints. You don't get to complain about that shit when you have a character that can do all that stuff. At least he has a goddamn neutral. Kazuya really is one of those characters you have to play to see, because on the surface level I can see why some people would think he's really good. Yeah, people that are getting fucked up by Kazuya's right now, I can 100% understand why you think he's bad, or he's really strong. But that's the thing. Try out the character for yourself and see how fucking hard that was for that guy to beat you with the character. See how hard that was. Oh, I guess Kazuya's actually pretty... You know who did that? Who actually retracted his initial statements? You know who did that? Mirio. Fantastic top level League player. Like high level. Basically a pro level League player. Mirio. Great player. Knows a fuck ton about the game. Fantastic League player. Picked up Kazuya and was immediately like, yeah, okay, I get it now. I'm really privileged as a League player. Man, it's just like fucking playing Kazuya's a goddamn nightmare, dude. I can't do it. I cannot fucking do it. It's like, yeah, I know, right? It's fucked up. It's a lot of work to use this guy. But that's the reason I love him so much. I love having to work my ass off. It's just that when I'm working my ass off, and I'm not getting anything for it because the consistency is working against me, that's when I get pissed off. Because I'm okay with working my ass off. But I better fucking reap the rewards of my hard fucking work, my blood, sweat, and tears. I shouldn't be just have a combo just pulled the rug out from under me right when I'm trying to do the fucking heat burst in the middle of a combo. Mirio kept it real. Yeah, he did, man. He really did. He's like, you know what? Fuck these Kazuya players. I'm going to pick up the character and see for myself how good he is. I'm going to get him as high as I can, and I'll give my feedback. And he did exactly that, and he gave his feedback. He's like, yep, you guys are right. My bad. Like a true gentleman. My brother was always saying Kazuya is OP, and then he tried playing him and respected me. He's a Dragunov main. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Dragunov, I mean, come on. Saying Kazuya is OP when you're a Dragunov main is just hilarious. That's like saying you're fucking, oh, you can't carry that sword around. That's so cheap, bro. Why are you carrying a sword? You can't fight me with a sword. He's got a fucking machine gun in his hand. It's like, bro, stop hitting me with a sword. Stop it. Well, it's not my fault. You can't fucking, you're just spraying, praying, you moron. You're letting me get you with this sword I've got me while I got a fucking machine gun. Just use your fucking machine gun. If you played Kazuya only in 5 and DR, you would think he is OP. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, Kazuya was OP in those games when movement was actually good and you could sidestep, whip, punish everything consistently. As long as you knew the movement, you knew this, you had character matchup knowledge, you knew how to fight characters. You got rewarded for that in Tekken 5 DR and in Tekken 7. You were rewarded for your knowledge and your matchup experience. Now it doesn't matter how much you know about the game.